Hey everyone, Pastor Dressler here, and welcome to another edition of Up Close and Personal. Here we go. This week we're looking at the topic of secure. But before we get to this week's theme, just to recap a few things that have gone on, show you some pictures. I haven't shown some pictures of cute kindergarten kids lately, so I thought maybe it's time to show a few. Here's some of our guys doing some investigating in the kindergarten class, checking out what's inside those pumpkins and doing some scientific discoveries. Mrs. Starveld also brought in some sunflowers from her garden, and so they got a chance to investigate those as well. Also, wanted to give a shout out to those that were on our cross country running team. Their season has come to an end, and we want to thank them for representing our school so well. We'll be getting a group photo of these guys soon, but we thank them for participating. And one of the great things about our cross country team is that it involves anyone in the school, right from kindergarten to grade 9. Kids can participate. So if your kids didn't participate this year and you'd like them to, keep that in mind for the beginning of school next year. It's a great opportunity. Also, our volleyball team is well into their season. In fact, their regular season wraps up this week, and they'll be starting playoffs very soon. So we look forward to them and cheering them on as they enter into the playoffs. With the federal election just finishing up, we also had our grade sixes participate. Democracy and elections are part of the curriculum, is particularly in the grade 6 class. So it's always good when that lines up with one of our provincial or municipal or federal elections. And so our students got a chance to cast their vote and practice participating in democracy and being part of that. So they really enjoyed that. Reminder of a few things that are coming up. Of course, on October 31st, we're inviting the kids to dress up for costume day, and love to see some of the creative ways that they can dress up and have their creative side show forward on that day. Students can come to school in their costumes, or if they want to change into them at noon, that's fine. We'll have regular classes in the morning, and then in the afternoon, we'll begin with a parade of costumes, and then each classroom will go into its homeroom and spend the remainder of the afternoon doing fun activities and such. Those of you that are in our kindergarten class, they'll do a parade in the morning while they're still in session. Also, a very important PAC meeting coming up on the 6th. So if you're able to join us for that, we'd love to have your voice added to that meeting and hear about some of the things that are coming up and get your input on some of them. Of course, Remembrance Day is coming up. Now, we won't be in school during Remembrance Day, but we will be recognizing it on the last day of school before that. So on November 8th, we will have a Remembrance Day assembly beginning at 10:45, and parents are more than welcome to come out for this. Some of the classes will be presenting things like poems or songs, and we'll be taking time to remember those that gave their lives so that we may have freedom. And then, of course, we have fall break just around the corner. So on November 11th to 15th, there will be no school during that time as we have a fall break and hopefully a time for families to get together and spend some time together. Okay, moving on. You can see that we're on the last theme of our digital citizenship topics. And you can see it's quite a list there. We've been spending the last 8 weeks, or maybe you could say the first 8 weeks of school, looking at digital literacy from a number of different angles. And we're on the last one, which is digital security, which of course is very important. Um, we when we look at our students, we realize we're dealing with what we call digital natives, meaning they've grown up in a digital environment. They don't know a world without the opportunity to be online and be digital. The problem with that is we sometimes assume that they know how to be secure because they've grown up in that environment, and that's not good for us to assume that. That's not a safe assumption for us as parents to make. So it's important to teach students how to be secure online. One of the things, of course, is creating and protecting passwords. There is an art to this. Gone are the days when your password can be the word password, or your password is 12345. It can't be done anymore. Those type of passwords are much too easy to hack. So there is an art to creating passwords and even to protecting your passwords from others. So we'll definitely be going over that with the students and encouraging them to use strong passwords, not just with their school accounts, but with the various accounts that they'll create as they get older and as they grow. We'll also talk about keeping up to date with various security issues and what's involved with that. You know, we're dealing with a world that is always changing in the digital realm, so it's important to be able to keep up to date on these things, and we'll talk about that with the students and help them with that. And finally, just a reminder to the students again to be aware when you are online, there are always risks. What are some of those potential risks, and how can you avoid them? What are some active things you can do to avoid some of those online risks? So we've been talking about that somewhat all along, but here we'll tackle it head on. As always, with each of these topics, we have a special page laid out on our digital citizenship website. So we'll put a direct link to this particular page for week 8, and parents, there are some things for you there, some helpful videos and articles that'll help you on this subject, but also some questions that you can begin some discussions with your child on this. Once again, we want to be sure to equip you with some of the tools so that the information that's taught at school can also be reinforced at home, and we can work together on raising these kids with good, strong digital citizenship. Well, once again, I didn't change the end there. That's supposed to say secure. Up close and personal number 10 and secure. My apologies for that, but that's our latest edition of this. We hope to keep these videos going, even though we're done with going through the digital citizenship topics. I still think these videos are helpful in terms of updating parents, showing you some of the things that have gone on, making you aware of some of the events that are coming up, and just some of the various themes that we'll be going through at the school. So we'll continue to put these out, and we hope that they're helpful for you. That's it. Take care, everyone. God bless you.